Good morning, everyone, and happy Wednesday. It is everyone's probably, if they're out and about, probably having an early lunch. But if you're going outside, you're definitely going to need definitely going to need the sunglasses because we have lots of sunshine out there and temperatures are very warm. We're already in the 80s. It's not even noon yet, so definitely you're going to be feeling the heat for this afternoon. It's such a change from where we were on Monday, where we have very stormy conditions, very rainy, but rain is still in the forecast, so we'll talk about that in just a moment. But just going to be checking right now to make sure that my audio levels and everything are working okay. And so far, looks good, but if you can't hear me, just leave a comment in the comment section. All right, so first let's take a look at our air quality monitors. So right now, San Antonio is in an unhealthy category. So we're in this orange color right now for the area in Barrett County. So anyone who maybe has asthma or any type of, problems with any type where you're very sensitive to the air, you're definitely going to be feeling it if you step outside today. So just something to be aware of. Something like don't go through drive-thrus or anything like that, because sometimes the air quality there as you're just sitting in the drive-thru can be kind of bad. So just try to avoid things like that. Right now we're at 82 degrees. Like I said, very sunny out there. We do have some clouds. You can see we have also a little bit of some haze out there. So that's also something that's contributing to our air quality as well. But like I said, definitely a change from where we were on Monday. Pretty much the same conditions that we had yesterday, which means very warm temperatures and highs in the 90s, what we're expecting. Dew point is 66, so it's not terrible. We're not at a 70 for a dew point. And speaking of dew points, let's take a look. Very, very dry out in Bernie. Very, very nice, moisture levels there because it just feels more dry and it just probably feels just really nice right now. It's like it feels warm, but it's not too hot or anything. So as we get a little bit further to the south or the southeast, you can see Floresville and Pleasanton, they're at 71. So once we get in that 70 category, we really start to feel that humidity on our skin, and it's definitely can be very uncomfortable as well. So this is something that, we're going to be keeping an eye on as far as our dew point levels, and this is going to change as we have that chances of rain come into our area. The dew points are going to stay in the 60s for the most part. Tomorrow it is going to rise back to the 70s because we are going to have a chance of rain. So after Thursday, that front will kind of push through and drop our dew points, so drop our humidity levels, and it's gonna be, a little bit more bearable as we go into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Monday, it starts to go back up into the 70s, so the humidity level rises for next week, but for this weekend, it shouldn't be terrible. Across our area here, South Texas, you can see we do have some of that, lighter cloud coverage, but it's not anything really thick to where the sun isn't shining through and it's blocking that sun from hitting the surface. So just some cloud coverage, not looking at any rain for today or this afternoon. But let's take a look at our winds. We are at 60 miles per hour. We're looking at for around noon. So we're going to have a very strong southeasterly wind that's going to be pushing in that moisture, pushing in that humidity for today and Wednesday, so around 16 miles per hour, and then it's gonna get a little bit more gusty as we go into late afternoon today at 4 o'clock, 22 miles per hour. Then we're gonna go into Wednesday night, still very breezy. We'll have these breezy conditions all day, and then as we go into tomorrow morning, it backs off a little bit. This is when we're gonna have that front start to move in. More around Thursday afternoon. You can see, I'm gonna go back a little bit. So this is Thursday morning, and then as we get later in the afternoon, we'll start to get that front a little bit closer, and we'll start to feel a little bit of change, and we'll also have a lot more cloud coverage as well with those rain chances for tomorrow afternoon. Now for today, let's take a look at our temperatures. There are those mostly clear skies for today. As we go into the rest of the late morning into early afternoon, we have temperatures in the upper 80s, low 90s around 3 o'clock, high temperature at around 93 degrees for 4 o'clock. So if you're going out to pick up the kids from school, definitely take them some sunglasses or even a cap, because it's going to be very hot outside. And like I said, we're going to feel that humidity as well. So it could, you're definitely going to feel those very warm temperatures for today. Now, here's what we want to talk about. We want to talk about the rain. This is tonight. You can see there's a little bit of some I'm going to zoom in here. So you can see kind of some of this small cell is starting to pop up to the southwest of Bexar County, and this is at 10 o'clock tonight. So there will be some activity, some thunderstorm activity to the west of us this evening. And you know, it's going to try to make a run for San Antonio, but we have a really low chance for us to see any rain from that system. And then as we go into tomorrow morning, we're going to have a bit of a damp start for your morning commute. This is at 8 a.m. You can see cloud coverage and just some very small light shower activity. We can see those very small green colors there. And then take a look at this front as it pushes through. You can see a lot of activity, a lot of thunderstorm activity. Could be some heavy rain, but it looks like most of this is going to be north of Bexar County, north of San Antonio, and more towards the Austin area. And then it really is going to make a run for Houston, and it looks like they could get pounded with this by Thursday night. So it's going to be a little bit of a rough evening for them. But right now, especially according to this model, we're looking at it staying to the north of us. But I do think we could still see some rain, especially tomorrow afternoon. Around, once we get that daytime heating, the hottest part of the day, which is around noon to really around 3, 4 o'clock at the latest, I think we could see some rain and also some shower activity. So you can see most of it kind of starts to diminish by 3 o'clock, but we're just going to keep those chances in the forecast for tomorrow afternoon. Like I said, the bulk of this storm energy is going to stay to the northeast of us. And then Friday morning, you can see there's some shower activity going on around Bexar County. So we're going to stay with we're going to keep with those chances of rain as well for Friday morning. And then as we go into Friday afternoon, clouds will slowly start to push out, and we'll see the sun probably around 4 o'clock for your Friday as you are just getting ready for your weekend. And speaking of the weekend, it's going to be a beautiful one. It is going to be warm. This is definitely sitting by the pool weather. We're looking at highs in the mid 90s, 94 degrees for Saturday, 95 for Saturday. It's just going to feel very much like summer weather for this weekend and into next week. So definitely something to plan for. Doesn't look like we're going to get rained out for anything if you have plans to be outdoors for this weekend. But this is definitely above average, about 10 degrees above average for this time of year. But, we're really just looking at those rain chances, which will be tomorrow morning all the way through late afternoon. So you want to take the umbrella with you just to be on the safe side. It doesn't look like we're having anything severe at this moment, very low chance of that. So nothing you want to really bring any of that heavy gear like your rain boots or anything like that, but might just want to take an umbrella, like I said, to be on the safe side for tomorrow. And Friday morning, we're looking at just a 20% chance of rain. By the afternoon, it should move out, and then just left with lots of sunshine for the rest of the week. But I will keep this up for y'all so you can kind of see what to expect for the next 7 days. I will be in to do the noon show today to explain a little bit more about the timing and the timeline for what you can expect tomorrow. But all right, everyone, have a great rest of your Wednesday.